From the outside, it may seem modest, but step inside and you're met with a language of art and faith that echoes through the centuries. The Virgin Mary Church in Cappadocia offers more than just history. It reveals a profound depth through its architecture and sacred frescoes. The church was built in the 19th century during the Ottoman period by the local Greek Orthodox community. It follows a basilica layout oriented along an east-west axis with a single nave central hall. At the eastern end stands the apse, the sacred space where liturgical ceremonies once took place. The high vaulted ceiling gives the interior both an acoustic richness and a spiritual presence. Its walls are constructed from finely cut stone, showcasing a simplicity that speaks through craftsmanship. The arches connecting to the dome reflect the mastery of the stonemasons of the time. What truly sets this church apart is the vivid presence of frescoes that adorn its interior. These wall paintings follow the traditional structure of Orthodox iconography. They were created using natural water-based pigments applied directly onto wet plaster, a technique that allows the colors to bond with the wall and endure for centuries. In the dome above the apse, the Platiteira scene is depicted. Mary enthroned with the infant Christ on her lap. This image symbolizes her divine compassion and role as intercessor between heaven and earth. On the southern wall, scenes from the life of Jesus are arranged in sequence: his nativity, baptism, and miracles. The nativity scene is particularly notable for the expressive faces and detailed clothing of the figures. On the northern wall, the crucifixion and anastasis, resurrection, scenes take prominence. In the anastasis, Christ is shown descending into Hades, reaching out to Adam and Eve to raise them from the grave, a powerful symbol of redemption in Orthodox theology. On the capitals and pendentives, portraits of saints are featured, each identifiable by symbolic items they hold or the garments they wear. For many years, the structure stood alone, and during its time as a prison, it suffered significant damage. But even that couldn't erase the enduring imprints etched into the resilient stone memory of Cappadocia. Despite decades of neglect, most of the frescoes remarkably survived. In the most recent restoration efforts, original pigments on the walls were carefully analyzed, and layers of plaster were meticulously cleaned. Damaged scenes were stabilized with great care, yet intentionally left unretouched to preserve their authenticity. In doing so, both the artistic spirit and the passage of time left in the soil of Cappadocia were preserved together. The Virgin Mary Church is no longer just a structure. It stands proudly within the extraordinary landscape of Cappadocia, a memory space where art, faith, and the human journey are layered in harmony. Each step taken here becomes a journey through the silent stories that Cappadocia has carried for centuries, and every visitor in this sacred space listens not only to the stones, but to the deep soul of Cappadocia itself.